Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining us in celebration of Persian New Year or Nowrouz. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I appreciate that you all are here to join us today to talk about Persian New Year as well as International Women's Perspectives, because this month is Women's History Month, and even very importantly, March 8th was International Women's Day. So this event is held in collaboration with our Diversity International Education Committee and our International Education Committee from the district office to celebrate international perspectives and Persian New Year. My name is Dr. Judy Patacsil. I'm the coordinator for international education and the faculty co-chair of our Diversity International Education Committee. This event has an international focus in which you will learn about Persian New Year and some of the foods that are part of the celebration. You'll also learn about International Women's Day's perspectives related to women in Iran. Today's event will include panelist presentations, films, and cultural presentations of music. After the presentation, there will be time for questions and answers. However, feel free to please post your questions in the chat, and they will be answered before the end of the event. This event is kind of over a decade in the making, so to speak. Over 10 years ago, I was a part of an organization called the California Women's Network, California Women's Empowerment Network, and I met a group of women from the Women's Freedom Forum. One of those women was Mitra Samani, and we all presented at that conference, which was such an uplifting day. There's 2 days of events, I believe, and we were all on a panel, and I was able to make some long-lasting connections to Mitra and to the Women's Freedom Forum. It was actually through the Women's Freedom Forum and the California Women's Empowerment Network that I learned more about International Women's Day. So my level of consciousness began, like I said, probably over 20 years ago now. So I know it was definitely over a decade ago. During that time, I met the executive director of the Women's Freedom Forum, and the Women's Freedom Forum is a nonprofit women's rights organization. It's associated with the United Nations Department of Public Information. The Women's Freedom Forum's goal is to raise public awareness on issues related to women's equality, legal and human rights, and political participation and empowerment. Last fall, the Women's Freedom Forum Executive Director invited me to present on a panel for discussion and call to action on the pandemic's impact on women and girls. And at that time, I was able to reconnect with Mitra, who was also on the panel.